has been, I would say, for NAVI, great. Like you are playing very close
no matter what happens here, this was good for NAVI with us
standing. On the other
standing.
side of things, worrying. Like you are coming in as with barely any changes. You've had a whole month to sort of fix everything, get ready for this.
The HUD broken?
Yeah.
Well, that's why we were delayed. The HUD's broken.
The map with a 1v5 in there. Like this is something that is definitely going to have to be fixed for Heretics. But can
Heretics
they
on
do
attack.
It here and now?
NAVI on defense.
Things may look strange. We'll get the HUD back online, but of course NAVI on the defensive side. And they're the ones giving up this space, allowing for the plan to come through while the wrap around from Heretics. And remember, they've gotten sites, they've gotten advantages, but then they throw them away. This time the push comes together. As we get 3 players pushing into Lambs, but the stun is perfect. The shot's not so much.
Benji did nice, man. The molly was perfect timing.
Keeps them ahead, and
bro, look at this. It is just 7 kills all in the space of 5 seconds.
With another clutch needed, no idea where either opponent has made their way to, and they just need to bide their time.
Very nice.
1,000 cuts as Boom lands the final blow.
Might be 3-2 on the pistols to NAVI, right? I think.
Get the first one in this one, and we've already seen how important a pistol can be. A much faster pace. And that was the thing, they had a fair amount of success with a lot of those dive-ins, but it was, I felt like at times where Heretics overthought things a little bit too much.
Yeah, there we go, there's the HUD.
They
all
almost
good.
got outbrained by
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3-2 for pistols at the moment.
Cloric. This one though, a little bit simpler, and while with barely anything to play with. Mainly just the hope of getting some orbs, but the spams has already done unfathomable amount of damage. Hero is on his last legs. Are they still going to try and go through this? They are. They're going to just try and run. You know what?
You got one.
Getting a kill from this scenario really isn't bad, but I think Comeback's just going to keep spamming those shots, and eventually we'll be there.
Sure.
Well, to help clean up, it was mostly blue.
Now we move into the real meat and potatoes of this game. This is where things get interesting. Rifles up for the side of NAVI. It was actually a decent bit of promise there. A right click going the way off that defensive side, and yeah, maybe we get a bit of.
Somebody steals my kill.
Maybe we get a little bit more damage out of that one. But as we said, this is the real game. Aggression early on from NAVI. Getting control over A short. One player has an easy out. Kalasha not so much in a flash. Find him ready for re-ends. It's going to blind, and those players will just give up the control. But that means Woot instantly fills the space.
Heretics.
And now the judge set up in Lamps, a dangerous foe. Even if you hit that stun, he has a good chance with that gun.
Dude, how many fake smokes were there on site there at one point?
Playing a fair bit of Yoro over at kickoff. Of course, nobody's doing that anymore.
4 stars down.
Unfortunately, now he can't TP out of there, so it almost feels like a necessity to group up with him, but yet to really commit to that. Smokes will now go down. There are still 3 players here from the Navi side.
The showers control this, so it might be hard for them to plant.
Expected to win, but thus far,
if the brim pulls over or not.
Too much damage.
Spike planted.
Brim was too
oh no!
too busy checking over towards showers. So it's got a free plant on us.
Flips like that. Heretics now with an advantage, even with the weaker weapons. Remember, Woot has been sat here. The highest mobility agent in the game hasn't moved for the last minute, just patiently waiting for a peek, or knowing that map control will be denied. And that's almost good enough. Sure, comeback goes down, but how do you get this diffuse across the line? And when the smoke bloomed, that judge can step on in. Confirm there's no diffuse, and the shots are missed!
Nah.
Oh,
how do they lose some of these rounds? Coaches must be losing their mind.
That round
How are they losing
should have
that?
been Heretics all over. But this guy, miracle after miracle in this series.
He wasn't even the guy that got shot at with the judge, was he? That was Hero.
No.
He turns back around, saves his teammate, and then turns back to kill the last guy. Like, it really does seem like he has eyes in the back of his head. I don't know. Like, we get the... Yeah,
he peeked.
Literally not even facing
he turned just as he cleared the corner.
His eye has managed to see the moment the Woot goes through and
oh god, don't show me that again.
Around that very easily could have gone the way of Heretics, but wow, the judge, it taketh And it giveth.
Some judge DM needed. Yampy, you're not wrong.
Giveth a bit of damage, but you gotta aim it.
That would be
you know,
5
at the
DMs
opponent.
after watching that
Giveth a lot. Maybe a bit too
per day.
Especially the Neons. Kalasha gonna put his name in the hat. Up close, spamming away. There's one already, but now in trouble, out of ammo. Goes to the classic, but here
Spike.
trades it out. And that trade,
They went too
terrible
heavy with
for
this.
Team Heretics. Not only a man behind, but the spike is down. They've smoked deep, mollied in front. That space is theirs. And now this narrow battleground. It's almost cost comeback his life as well.
Ooh.
Good return by
Has he
Boom.
got a...
Numbers even, but the HP far from, and the man who could heal them up is already down and out.
Right there.
This still feels recoverable the way it started.
Gun here.
Well, it almost felt like an eco. Players running through a smoke. It's not an eco. They've got guns on the other side, but they've actually got an opportunity to reclaim this. Ruxic might be forced into the TP. Yeah, now it just leaves Filu with a decision to make. A teammate rotating in. Cloric is the one that may look to take this fight. Still a sniper on the other side. He's got to be careful peeking into, and they are playing more passively. That gives
Nice
Filu
shot
a chance
from
with the
Benji.
trade. Fantastic from Benji Fishy. Keeps things even. Gives an opportunity for the post.
Spike planted.
Orb goes up. Cloric can't quite get the angle. Benji slips away to the side, looking for the 1v1, but losing it. And now, the leader on the other side
have star
yet again
Astrocyte.
has to win out the clutch. We're going to have Navi neck and neck. Man advantage to play with. But no smokes to block him off. They don't know where he is, and already the Gravwell's buying him more time, but Cloric's been clinical on these angles, and with the wide swing, hold on, Boo isolates
Whoa,
one.
nice from Boo.
Back in
God, they
for
finally
the
won a
next.
clutch of their own. It's been a
3K,
while.
a Red Bull clutch, and another round.
Of course
for
it's Boo. He's been fragging
These
heavy.
clutches, they just keep on coming.
Yeah, it really has been the battle of him versus Clark for who's going to have. Maybe not clutch of the day. I think that one's gone. But
That one's gone
but
a
at
few
least
times.
the sheer quantity of clutches
One enemy remaining.
definitely sits firmly in the hands of Boo.
Yes! Come on!
Even just the goal to re-peak there.
That little bit of aggression you need.
It's the timing. Like, basically, he goes, okay, I've got that kill, but he's going to expect me now to hide and play the time.
He has to
So
tap.
I'll swing. 3-1. A round that started incredibly well for NAVI with a spiked dropped and a man advantage. But it's Boo that takes it home and sends their economy packing. Still, they're going to want to try and keep this one clean. Not a whole lot for their opponents to play with, but
I've got your
the Cloric
trail.
one-off ult with Ruxic already with his in play. They are being a little bit more careful throwing in those.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Navi Skydog deep over towards B so they can get numbers here.
Tarnished.
Bit of a slow
Team
rotate, though,
Heretics,
considering what's going on
Through
A.
the ruin of that previous
Really
map,
slow
and
rotate.
coming out stronger at least for Boo.
Shotgun.
5th round seems solid for now. Judge and
want to
Bucky
fight
being a decent danger, but the Judge is miles away with no real position. It is
Spike
that
planted.
Bucky that scares me.
Go, go,
The man
go.
he's running into as an outlaw. It's not easy up that close. One shot to the body, all that's needed, but now they've backed off. Now they've made this a much harder fight. Got him with a classic and got comeback. No one was watching. Flash popped and he creates the
It's a
space.
shame the
but
flash didn't
trades
properly hit the
don't
mark.
come quickly. Now for Ruxic, down to the spike, perhaps as a rifle there. But the Judge, for more damage, at least gets one. Decently done. But Heretics,
Good
steaming
timeout with
into
what's
the
going
lead.
on. It's quite a
Already
rough
looking
start.
good. 4-1 on the attack. Okay, again, costly round, but as long as the rounds are building, I don't think they're going to mind too much.
Obscuring
Whether
vision.
or not the streak is going to come to an end. And in fact, we are going to see a fairly early pause from Navi. I feel like, obviously with Angel, he's been quite sparing with the pauses, like happy to use them when he feels the team needs them most. So evidently, even though you win a singular round and then your economy's reset, it's not the most damage.
The IGL's here, no,
Clearly,
they're
there's been
fragging so
something
heavy.
within the communication within what he's been seeing where it's like, okay, I actually need to step in a bit earlier here and get us back on track now.
Yeah, proactive pause. And look, 4-1 down. I don't think it would have been what he saw in the last round, but before that, maybe seeing Boo clutch as well so consistently. But I can't even fault that. The 1v2 I don't think was played that badly. It was more that Boo caught that angle. He swung just wide enough to see one and get back around the corner. And then that little extra aggression that Cloric wasn't ready for. Although he couldn't really have.
How good is Exit? Exit's good, man.
Whatever he's seen,
They'll look pretty
Angels
scary
run out
with
of
him, I
time
think.
to touch base with the boys, and we're right back. See if they can correct this course. 4 ultimates to play with. An op already in the hands of Filu. But this round slipping away would really have alarm bells ringing.
Yeah. It could also just be expectations. Like, if he expects them to get 7, 8 rounds on the defensive side, then he needs to pause now. Because you need a streak of rounds. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. We've got the Viper, Brim, Chamber. Like, a lot of these agents are really going to help you out on that defensive side. And a slower paced attack might not necessarily.
Another round that would force them down to an eco. NAVI needs to start getting some numbers.
For their opponents. Like, it's those solo duelist comps.
This looks can't be
with Chamber, but
comfortable, surely.
Still favor him on the defense. Viper's pin used to section off some space over on A, but the rest of the team are still looking to pressure into mid, so it's more looking like they're just trying to stop them if they were to swing back through the pit. A lot of damage done to Kolosha, 2 HP just off spams. Again, he's on his last legs.
They're completely ignoring the Viper's pit. They know at this point there's only one player in there. It's the Viper. It's a pretty safe bet. With that, they know the rest of the aggression will come down towards mid, a fight they look to take to their opponents.
It's a good idea on this one.
A nice opening. Cloric the one to connect. Brienne's
and he's
down
taking
and
a lot of space, man.
To create some space, and he strikes at just the right
Dude,
moment.
look at what this guy is doing.
Not pulling any punches, and he'll be traded out to leave. Guess who? It's Boo alone. 1 versus 3. 20 seconds to work with. He can't plant there. He knows it. Trying to force a fight, a favorable one perhaps, but there's not really anything on offer. That smoke stands strong, but the box
Not bad for
easily
NAVI.
spammable.
3
4-2,
surviving.
a great response by NAVI, and again, Cloric stealing the show.
Yeah, well, it's the fact that his own flash gets him an opener.
How dominant was Gen G against GE? Insanely dominant. He didn't even feel close, man.
He's the one that swings out and finds the kill anyway, and it's sort of reactive.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a tier diff, really.
Keeping both players, and especially with the Benji coming in from behind, he was screwed. There was no way out of that scenario. He was dead, but it was just how many he took with him, and he took more than his fair share.
Force him down to an eco. That's how close the rounds have been going.
Mostly pistols, but a tour de force activated, and that's not Filu pulling it out. Comeback looks to bolster this attack side, and it will be towards B. Towards B long, in fact, and he's already given away that position. The flash told them someone's there, but the shot from Comeback, anticipating aggression. Yeah, like, honestly.
Why do you think Gen G's roster doesn't look promising? Mate, they're all on roles that they've never played before. I don't get what's going on.
They do close the distance, and with Root hot on their heels, there's danger around the corner, and it's coming full speed ahead.
This is a devastating round to lose, man. That's so much space. Pick up the guns as well. They might have to force. I mean, save. Oh god, he's popping his ult. Guys, you gotta save. I know you don't want to hear it. Oh, they're doubling down so much. They're putting Brimo into it.
Shot can take him down.
Committed. Orbital strike.
Oh god, they like tripled in. Neon popped ult. Brim popped ult.
They're gonna need Hero to.
Everyone's going before the flanks even been able to enable.
To do it very quick. Already spotting one. Second player, he might just see the scope, but he needs to get everything in a second. There's one, there's two.
Oh my god.
The third
Oh
one
my
we've
god.
seen. Heroes with a chance, but he needs to get this defusal, and the time is far too
that's
far
so
gone.
unlucky. He needed
He might
Ruxic to
get
get
every
one.
single kill,
Dude, there was
but
so
he
much
will
time
not
on it.
survive.
Took so long for him to get there. It was incredible trigger discipline though.
But yeah, he did
That was
take
awesome to
too
watch.
long, but if he didn't, they didn't have a chance. Did the
needed
best
it.
that
It's
he
so
could.
costly. They got an eco now.
Then they could have
At least they did some damage.
A narrow margin, but almost clutching victory from the jaws of defeat. But in the end, it still goes to Heretics. Sensational play. But one that will be forgotten if this still falls into the hands of Heretics.
That look. Dude, just seeing 3 people just drop like that must have been
It's
so
not
scary.
the first time that we've seen a gap left by Heretics and NAVI to fill it in, but this time at least it's still the round win for the attackers.
But they force it.
I still get the itch to shoot those
They
flashes every
force.
time
We
I
got
see
the
them.
ult.
It happens a lot.
Like a reaction, but
Just
Won't help.
just the sheriff.
Still gonna be
Sure.
blinded.
Blinded.
Marcus, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, dude. I hope the stream is good.
Over onto the B site. 3-man stack
Not
up. Now bear in mind,
not watching the
Tour
team.
de
To be
Force is
fair,
now in for Filu.
it's been such a long game. I kind of thought it would be ended by now.
But Kolosha, well, I was going to say he's only on a sheriff, but it's probably the best kill I've seen from him all
They're not dogging.
day. Ooh.
It's great opening and the double bait, and they've done this setup before, but they didn't have the broom inserted, so they might not check this.
Like, yeah, you'll get that extra
Definitely with
round,
that kill.
but you pay for it, Roxic.
Oh,
It's not quite the caloric spray down. He doesn't land, and now the site under threat. The Tour de Force all by its lonesome with the neon sliding around. It's a terrifying time.
Spike planted.
Be in his shoes. And Filu, okay, well, he actually avoids the dog. The dog's his teammates, never mind. He's clearing out a lot of space for them. At least he knows his back is secure, can stare forward, but at what? They've already pulled the advantage into 2, and yes, Filu responds with a no.
shot.
I'm starting to believe now.
Blank.
The timing could be key. If he can
Boo's
distract
been watching
them,
this
Chloric could
the
find
whole
an
time,
easy
though.
kill onto
He's being
Boo, but Boo
watched.
is locked in on that position.
Whoa.
Chloric wins it anyways. Again, a near impossible round. But
no
they've done it.
way, dude! I can't
Filu
believe some of the
landing
rounds they
4
win.
Beautiful shots. That's all he had to work with was 4.
It's
And
non-stop.
Every single one found its mark. That is beautiful.
It looks like
from
every
NAVI.
impossible
An
round,
unexpected clutch, to say the least.
they
No,
either
and
get close or they just
you
win
can
it.
see the sort of eye look that we had from Neo in the last round is because these things felt more and more possible. Like
Yeah,
they
it's
get
2v4.
the opening picks, put themselves again into a massive advantage,
4v2.
and then they're just giving these fights up. Now, don't get me wrong, the shots that are
Fair
being
play,
hit are
man.
wonderful, but you don't
Dude,
need
what a
to
round
be
from
basic.
Feely.
You have the opportunity for the post bomb. You can group up
Does this
together
now
and
force them
swing
back
the
down to
spike
an
if they
eco?
tap it, but then all
Yeah,
they have
Weber's had
wanting a
enough,
fight.
man.
And hey,
Weber's had
give it
enough.
to Navi.
Force
Give
them
it,
down
they'll
to an
take the
eco.
fights
Dude,
all
look at
day
this
long.
eco.
You're
They got
not
nothing
out-aiming
in
this
this.
team.
Couple of bandits.
This
3
is it.
bandits, 1
And
sheriff.
Again, we've said it all series. It's a discipline issue. You've seen it from the very word go on Heretics. Advantages not converted has been the theme of today. Both teams have
Oh,
suffered,
here we
but
go again.
Heretics, that
Weak
seems to be
sight.
the bread and butter.
Take this.
Well, luckily for them, Woot has been on form. Hero.
Enemy.
Well played.
Oh,
Fair
Spike
play.
down B.
oh mate.
Just ripping heads
It's
off
so
like
nice
it's
to
no man's
watch.
business.
It's so nice to
Spoken
watch.
about
His
the
aim's
peak of
incredible.
Individual skill, and there's a few Navi players that sit up there, even just throughout today. Hero 12 and 5, but again, like you look at this score and you think Heretics could be so much further in the lead if they could
Oh,
convert
that is...
their advantages. Not in this round though, they got slammed.
Nice hero!
Saved
thought
him.
the Chloric was going to be a good addition to this roster in the first few rounds. Seeing him uplift everyone. He's 1 and 5, and we're like, well, you know, maybe he can shoot. He even said maybe Angel's going to put himself back in. if I've ever seen Angel make any plays
When he
like
not
that,
here for the
it's
weekends?
like
Not
fights.
this
It's
weekend,
nothing
next
comes to
weekend.
mind.
I think if you go back,
I think my
Angel has
last
some of the
game
craziest
for next week
clutches of all time.
is
But
the
then he probably has
Liquid
6 kills for
game
the whole game.
on Thursday, and then I'm not here
Exactly.
Friday,
Not
Saturday,
only that,
Sunday.
But I will say that is during a time
then I should be
when
here for
we
the rest
had
of the year.
the best team in Europe
Should be. We'll see.
running like on ascent. Let's just go B every round on
like
attack.
a 1v5 on Haven, like literally like. I swear it wasn't that long ago. Like I think I don't know. Angel had his moments. Now he's a
Just trying to
coach.
get brownie points because you called him old that one time. It's kind of outrageous.
I don't know what you mean.
Rest of the year? Yeah, maybe. As in catch all the tier 1 games.
Time's caught up to Heretics. A timeout as they're 1 round ahead. And I would not want to be on the receiving
Funny
end of
coincidence you
whatever
can catch the
Neil's
Liquid
speech is
game,
right
mate.
now. Him
I
and
gotta.
Leopard, they seem to
It's
be
like
losing
after
hair
my
in that
flight as
booth
well.
over this series.
I'm going on my way
A lot
for
of
it.
the stuff that loses them rounds is just like, yeah, like when you
It's
have a
not like
massive
it's
advantage,
fallen
maybe
perfectly, I
don't
promise
keep
you that.
fighting. Like it seems simple, but the confidence they have works to get them the openers, but then is also losing them the round at the same time. So it is definitely difficult to find that balance. For now, though,
Okay, but they
a lot of space.
kind of looked like they knew they set one up here.
By NAVI, and an early hook control was there.
Roxic?
For the
A lot of
side
money
Heretics,
here.
but they
Ops
got
for the
to pick it up and
judge.
head back
Been
towards
losing
the
a couple
safe
of
side. That
angels.
Tiger's gonna have to do its
Might have
job,
something to do with it.
because there is a judge waiting.
Dog goes out. Clears B, nothing here. Well, that'll do it.
That's very, very risky. risky in the
Oops.
current meta.
Honestly, it's
Another
fine.
snake bite for Hero. That one wasn't intentional.
One enemy remaining.
Well, Galosha a little laboured, but he's got the job
Yeah,
done.
and
Some heals
honestly
from
the
his
spacing
IGL,
wasn't like
and only
incredibly
Wu
good on
standing
it, but that's a
finding
clean
that
round.
ball.
Spy him for the rest of the half on this last two. Not so
Well,
much
Neil
for
might call another
Heretics. Force him
timeout.
down to an eco.
That was not pretty. To come into that round, they had the right idea. Let's send the dog through. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah.
And then they decide, no, just
I
full
under-
contact,
the
full
thing is,
blitz.
I understand it because it's like, from where we've seen their opponents playing so far, it's mostly been Galosha who's been jump spotting over towards Lamps. So you can get through that angle without anybody being there. It just so happens that this is the round they put a judge there. So like, I get the call. It's like, okay, I don't think there's going to be someone here. But when there is, you're
Dude, every
screwed.
time I look
I'll
at
tell
these
you the one
ecos, they
problem
just
I
got
have with
nothing
that,
behind
they
it
didn't
as
hear
well.
Galosha jump spotting
True.
Lamps that round, so something else
This
was
did win him
afoot,
it last time,
as
though.
It is now. Woot already running down
Yeah,
through
he's
back
gonna
room,
run out of time on
looking
it.
for that control. Smokes are blocking
Oh
off
boy.
the big player of
The
Filu
decision making
with the big
is
old gun. He
a
steps
little
in now.
rough.
Opportunities denied, at least for the time being. And a deep control on the side. No one's looking at him finally.
Oh no.
It will
God,
become
how did
back
they
to
lose
drop
these
two.
ones?
There was a little bit of an oversight, but failure to capitalize on the other side.
Yeah, push
Sneaky.
behind, spots the
This
trip
is
as
an
well.
incredibly low buy round that's come
Spike
through from
planted.
Heretics. And again, they've been so good at getting the openers. It's just the closers that they've had trouble with. Comeback goes walkabouts. Another advantage slips away. Another gun hits the deck. And NAVI players, it's
Yeah,
safe
once
to
the
say,
ult
even
goes,
though
there'll
they
be
might
enough
new
time to
teammates,
smoke the spike
standings,
and
whatever
go
you
for
name
it.
when it comes to synergy,
They're just gonna wait for that.
there's
I think
been
they
far
should.
more of it from
Oh, they
their
gotta go up
side
against an Astra.
with
I'm
the
not sure they have
2v2
time for that.
clutch.
But it insta smoke that tap.
Luckily, Boo is still standing. That star is going to cause them some
he
issues.
block?
They're going to try and get the
Yeah.
block in.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
no,
missed
it's
it.
not worked. Not quite. Not going to be able to get it to half. That has bought enough time, and now Woot could go diving in. He's been taken out as well, but that clock, it might be ticking
Oh.
too far.
That's
It's going
gone,
to be
right?
incredibly close if they get this
Oh.
over the line. And for the
I just
second,
can't get over how they
it
win
was
some of these
just
rounds,
enough
man. It's
for them to
insane.
secure the round.
It's
Good
non-stop.
narrow margin, but they've done it again. Even
It's
got
actually
the op out of
non-stop.
there as well, just as the round ended. For NAVI,
I don't
how
show me
they
this,
win
my guy,
We
please.
don't need this one.
No,
Come
no, no,
on,
no,
man.
no. Why are we
I fully support this messaging. But for NAVI, this squad was down 5-2. And from that point, it's not been dominance across the board. There's been so many opportunities
insane.
for Heretics to take it across the line. They win the hard rounds. They win the boo clutches. But now it seems like the basics are a real issue.
Flash
And we
deep
go to
over
round
towards
12,
B, hit one.
The last chance, orbital strike being just
Oh, that's a loose use on
ripped
this.
out immediately. Pit sent towards B. Chlorix there as
Ah, he's
well.
gonna
They've
get
got a
picked,
lot of
man.
control on that side with the chamber trip. My eye on the double operators, Heaven and Lamps. There are so many traps set.
Well, they
for
got
Team
backup
Heretics
guns.
here.
Get the double op. Penguin, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 6 months.
Very unorthodox. Like, it's basically watching a position that they can't be in. Because if they are, Filu would be dead. Now it makes a little bit more sense. And well, the spam through, gonna do a bit of damage. Not anything too crazy so far. Seekers just looking to be destroyed as Wu looks to claim
What?
down the wall. Clearly a second weapon was ready and waiting for Ruxic. He's thrown it down, come back trying to close out onto Hero, who wants to try and surround them.
Oh, big miss.
Oh no, the shot doesn't
Oh,
land.
slow
The
comes
sound
in.
does, though, the slow making it a bit easier. The headhunter finds only the body.
Dude,
The
they got
Kalasha
7
really shows you
here.
how it's done. A 7th round for NAVI. A team that was 5-2 down. I'm getting deja vu to Lotus. And they lead 7-5 at the half. What a resurgence from this squad.
Why is double op not as common as it is in CS? Because you got abilities where people can dive on your head. And in Valorant, people are a little more free to use the shotguns. We're actually a little more aware than the CS players that the guns are busted. So that's something that we do a little better than them. But yeah, it's majority of the time it's just because people dive on your head, man. You don't want to have an op all the time. We only really do it when it's more money. Mag 7, dude, the shotguns in CS are honestly probably more busted than the Judge and the Bucky. But no one really uses it. Or at least not to the extent that we do in Valorant. Also, the maps are a little better, so that's part of it.
Oh, welcome back, folks. 7-5. NAVI in the lead.
Noah, hello, mate. Appreciate the Prime, man. Thank you so much, dude. Hope you're doing well.
Double take looking down on that stage. And this man's been, you know, honestly, he's really impressed me today. This is Katie by Agent. I requested this one. I don't like Filu's duelist most of the time. It's not nice to look at. But he has been sensational today. I'm making great use of the downtime. Again, showing what is the most difficult thing, which is to get your potential on the main stage in the officials, and I think that's something Filu has certainly struggled with in the past. But a great start to stage 1 here, and they are
3-2 on the Pistols, 1-0 on this map. This would be a big loss for Heretics if they lose this. Losing to Navi with a stand-in.
So far for Filu, yeah, he's had some incredibly high impact moments.
It would sure knock the confidence
statistics as well. So it's
in
like, as a chamber player,
in a tourney which you would feel like they should try, well, expectations-wise, they should be going London, I would say. Or at least be top,
this is the round for him.
top 4.
First pistol did go in the direction of Heretics. They may need the second.
Ruxic spotted the push.
Is 2 at least.
The plan was to come back in this direction, but a lot of ground lost there as well now. NAVI will still go for the late clear, but redirection from Heretics. They look to pressure Filu. He'll get out of there.
Yeah, a lot of chip damage. No one's really committing to anything.
And look to take this site. Heretics have been in a 3-man death ball, moving back
Wow,
and forth.
from
Finally,
the mini-map.
they get the fight. Shots returned, but landed into Wu.
Oh, he did
Sliggy.
good. He
Trade
did good.
Coming the way of NAVI, and it's all thanks to Ruxic.
He made so
A
much space there.
kill that gets them the plant and the man advantage. Somewhere that was never
If
a safe
Navi
round
can win
when
this
Team
round,
Heretics had these
Ruxic's going to be in a
advantages
really good
Let's see
spot
if
to make
NAVI
sure they can
make
snowball
better
as
use.
well.
Hero check the flank. They know that there's nobody coming from this direction. Filu
I
not
like
even
that.
taking a risk. Wants to just get out of there. They know where he is, but they have no idea
Whoa.
where his teammates
Whoa.
are. Well, he almost took one of them with him
Oh,
instead.
boy.
Vu has been able to clear out Hero. That's the one unknown man. Now just going to try and sit
And the
within
pistol
smoke.
rounds.
Half is what they're
That's
looking
half.
for, and half is what they found. Trying to bait them in for a little bit more.
Oi,
but it
Ruxic.
is all Ruxic.
Oh, well, that
And
helps. He's
ace
2 away from
to
his ult.
claim
That'll
the
do it.
second pistol and extend that lead a little further.
Big rounds, man.
Yeah,
Big
Ruxic
rounds.
the
You got a lot
rebound
of support
on
from
that
this, though.
stage. 60 to
This was off the
8.
Skydog.
With that pistol under
This is
his
from the
belt.
slide.
Trading all the way through to that spike plant.
Well, that
With some brilliance in his
that
own
fourth shot
closeout.
is-
Those two were nasty, man. It's the fact that he's mid-spam on
Yeah,
what
no, that
should
fourth
be
shot
the
is
diffuser, and
impressive.
he can make that adjustment so quickly. 8-5. And a pistol round for NAVI. Keep in mind, Heretics 5-2 up. That was because of the pistol.
Yeah,
Otherwise it wasn't.
a
It was the
4-2.
rifle rounds that they managed
1-1
to
on the
put
last map
5
with the
in a row.
Pistols.
To
Full
send
eco
NAVI
apart from the
into a
Bandit
deficit
for
before the
Heretics.
resurgence.
And they're gonna have to go up against a Brim ult
And now losing this
in the
one,
next round.
the 9-5. We are genuinely just playing Lotus again.
There's no way Navi don't snowball this. Well, at least they don't get the Brim ult in a
Last
position
map,
to snowball,
you have
I guess.
excuses. You lost some silly clutches and you lost both pistols. This map, well, you have still lost some silly clutches,
Yep.
but you didn't lose both
No, they've lost
pistols. They
some
didn't have
mad
a
clutches.
boost in both halves.
The last 2
Navi
maps,
have
they've
found
lost some
boost
insane
exactly
rounds.
when they needed to. Hero just going to be tucking in, of course. He's only got a pistol. He's the one player that doesn't really have a weapon to gamble. A double up at players will make it
Okay,
difficult to
only
get
spots
past,
2
but
as well, so they can't
may
feel
now
super
start
confident about speeding up
gambling
over
that
towards A.
rotation back. It's not a bad start. for
Rotate
Heretics.
goes in, the Neon's
But
gonna
can they
get here.
anything
It's not
more?
too bad for
The rest
Heretics.
will be
Oh,
damage,
that
and
helps.
okay. Vilu's just been destroyed.
No
In
way.
fact, it's come down to just one. It's this man again in a clutch, but 4 to find? I don't believe.
Just as it seems like doom
30
and
seconds
gloom
left.
for Team Heretics, they come out with just a complete
For weapons.
BS round. Of course, the plant for Chloric, he might get it. Okay, it looks like he
Spike
will.
planted.
He's
Boo
dead.
wrapping up behind him should finish this one off, and in fact, it'll be the 3 players in spawn to lock
Well,
that in.
this is actually better than
6
winning
on
the
board for
pistol.
Heretics.
Get
A
some free
pistol
guns.
loss, but no problem. It's even better to win the second instead. Just a little harder to do.
Plumber, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 31 mums.
They managed to give themselves that boost into the second half. As I said, expectations from
It's honestly about time that Heretics won a round that they shouldn't have. Oh, that tracking was nice though.
Benji's still getting loud.
It was one bandit. That was it.
Fourth ace.
Ford. It was his
Ford.
Ford ace. He's a big car man, I've heard.
We've actually got Cairo right in the toast now, so.
Hey, English isn't his first language.
At least you wouldn't be able to tell.
What the hell?
15, and NAVI left with pistols and a rifle. Well, Heretics made it work. Let's see if they can bounce right back. I hope they don't. I want more of a competitive game. And it looks like Comeback does too. Nice shot landed. He's staying up top for the spam. Why not? But now they're going to break through. Flash doesn't catch him. He holds that right side. They know the push is coming towards the side, so Benji is more than ready for that fight. Comeback steps in to help out, and getting out's a problem. Ruxic on the pistols, found more.
What is this game?
Not like this. Returning the favor of the previous round. It's Rienz alone, a rifle in hand, but his opponents have just the same. This felt like Heretics' opportunity. A door left wide open. All they had to do was walk through, and they would be neck and neck. But now, Rienz
He's
has
got
to make
Molly
the clutch
and
happen.
ult.
Molly sent over, nice and early.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to
Too
half
early,
that.
perhaps, but it's gonna work out in his favor. Rienz sees that Ruxic is nice and far back. Orbital strike will be used here, and by then the clock should pretty much be gone.
Go
Let
half.
him get it to half, but
He's pretty far away. Okay, gets a bit
low, that
closer.
half could save it. It's gonna put
Oh god. Oh boy. The only way he could have lost it, the insta swing. The only way he could lose it. Did he think he didn't half it?
As poorly played as possible.
Yeah, it's legit the only way you can lose that round.
You want that maybe surprise factor when you don't hit the shot.
2.5 seconds.
The opportunity. That's where things slip away. That's where. Oh, the heads are back in our hands.
I mean, they won the round. It was the round was won.
Oh
Genuinely,
my.
you do nothing, you win. But,
I mean, you
well,
could look at it and say
you
good
got very
damage, but
you know what I mean.
everyone knows you should have won that.
Patience, not a factor here, and no shortage of mistakes in this series. Certainly a lot to be improved. That's the
Oh boy.
Through the
It looks like it might
Colossus just
get out of
being
control
dumped
here.
through the wall. Well, good night and sweet dreams. And with the spike down, well, back and forth like a game of tennis. No one can get a streak going.
It seems like the momentum shift has come through. That second round victory, the clutch out from Rienz. It's got the wind in the sails of Heretics, and I was going to say, well, they only have one surviving. Maybe there's an opportunity to do some damage to that economy in this round.
Yeah, and I think they might just be saving this. And Heretics love that for their money.
If they were going to be able to turn this one around.
Navi collapsing. Does feel like we're leading in that way.
This will just be the save.
Been a mad game though. It really has been.
It goes from bad to worse, really, from that seat. You can see how upset Angel was to see that last round.
Just rough plays after rough plays.
Thrown to the wind, but
I don't blame him.
30 seconds left.
yeah, I'm right there with them.
I have no investment.
If I could call a tactical pause to speak to them, I would. But
that won't help anybody.
No, it won't. It'll help me.
It won't help them. It won't help your career.
Relieve the stress.
Ravish, hello mate. Appreciate the 3 months. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks for using your Prime on me. Good to see you.
Go into this round where you lose the spike seconds in, the round is basically over. It's a real gut punch for NAVI. This was their chance to be sat 10-6. And instead, they have fallen so far from grace. 8-8. Heretics climb their way back up.
Watch Soki as well with the Prime. Thank you so much as well, man.
And for them, it's got to
Appreciate
feel
that
great.
also, mate.
Yeah, they know that a mistake was made the round before, but that one right there was them grab it destiny.
Yeah, this is nice from them.
No excuses left on the table.
I think the most important thing as well is you look at how the end of that half was. It was 5 rounds in a row, and it felt like Navi could do nothing wrong. Like, it felt like they were getting kills through smokes. It felt like they were getting
They go for the
aggressive and succeeding.
force.
So just to shut them out like that in a couple of rounds in a row, like winning yourself an eco round.
Obsidian Sean, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you. And Fail Nexus as well with the Prime. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you too.
Now it seems like they're firing. Comeback forced off the angle. Colossia.
Oops.
I don't think that wall's gonna help
Sure, that's nice though. They could shit. Sure, they can still chill. It's okay, it's only a Seekers. You don't have to go off the back of it. He committed the smokes. You might have to go.
He is still alive for now.
Yeah, kept up a little healthier. Shield's gone, but at least his life force isn't drained
No
completely
smokes.
thanks to the Sky heal. They wrap back around to A, setting up in heaven with the AWP, but NAVI have not changed
The
direction.
cut of sound and the retake along. Okay. Still hard to get out through the choke, but mate, Boo would have to kill everyone.
He is going back towards the elbow, backing out of that
Mr.
corner
Said
where
Duck, thank you
it
so much for the
would've
2
been,
months, man. Thank you for doing that also.
done in the best of times, and if Cloric sends through that dog, I think he would have just
Okay,
been
there's the
done.
dog. Let's see the
Instead,
judge. Just send it out, mate.
from and
Oh,
out they
nice,
go.
bro.
Never
This
mind.
is why people are talking about neons at the moment.
That right there is the most annoying thing about playing a Neon.
Yeah.
Because if you kill him, you're at least like traded 1-for-1. But if you miss while he's doing all this ridiculous stuff, and then you get killed by someone else, like, well, I either had to ignore a player, which is stupid, or I had to try and hit someone that's moving at the speed of sound, which also
Mate.
is stupid.
They're going for this.
Hero.
Surely
Economy's not
now.
bad.
Last player standing.
Okay, well.
They are getting domed. Ruxic really has been.
It's a
in
great
this
round for
map,
Navi.
There's been other highlights.
Not
in
even
the
an
previous
armor
two, but
rebuy.
This has been that sort of peak form that we've seen from him, and something I'm really happy about. We spoke to Angel. In
A lot of money
kickoff,
for
and he was
everyone.
like, "Right, if I can get Ruxic playing chamber all the time," and there was something in my head that was just going, "You really don't need to. Like you could put this guy on anything, especially that controller role,
Yeah, the
and he looks
Omen.
so incredibly comfortable." He's looking fantastic once again.
It's usually the Omen that you see him on having so much success, but here on Bind again,
Viper as well.
I think he made one of the biggest blunders for them in that 1v1, but now he knows, I got to make up for that or I'm going to get an earful from Angel as soon as this game's over. You know what? I think he's doing a damn good job of it. He must have more than, well, I can actually see, yeah, more than the 2 KD right now, 21 and 10. Hell, if you look at the KDA, it's off the charts. But why would you do that? So 9 rounds on the board, looking for double digits now on that attack side. And it looks like NAVI, they've got a challenge coming their way. Woot in the choke point, ready and waiting. We've seen this aggressive.
Okay, not the biggest buy rounds. Everyone can buy after. Wait, the wall's got a... The wall normally doesn't have this gap on. Do they want them to jump peek? Is it to take this Angel? It's to take the Angel like this. Dude, both in one pause though, that's scary. It's a good move from them.
Waiting patiently for the rotate through, but look how deep Hero's gone. He's fighting into their spawn, but now...
Oh, that's hard to get through.
The Viper Orb in your spawn. Where do you go? Where does the rotate come to now?
And it's a plant for heaven.
The defense.
And they got no smokes. Oh, they know they have smokes.
Post plant for heaven.
How many stars we got? 2 stars. Dude, Boo needs to actually just hands off keyboard for a little bit.
When it came to Lotus and Cloric, this angle might not be expected because of where it is. Oh, chance for 2, but it is just the one. Another hero still needed with Woot, the one that's thriving, his 3rd kill of the round already. Gonna be looking for a little bit more, looking for his opponent and finding once again only
Very, very nice. Sick round from Woot.
Seal the deal.
Oh, they handled it well.
Scoreline equalized, but it's Woot that's done the most.
Wasn't like a insanely impactful round though. It's fine.
As well for Heretics, like that deep of control. This is where a lot of people will make a mistake, and hell, even just that shot for Hero connected could have changed the game. But they made the right move on the defense by once they get those kills on Woot, you immediately see Rien's come to him and they go back down short.
Yeah.
Say, let's not get isolated in a 2vx.
Good job, bro.
That does give them spawn, but that call is made. The realization is there, and they avoid that danger zone.
Almost got collided, yeah, as crouched to save him.
That is almost a polar opposite to what we've seen them do so far.
Exactly.
Whereas it's Woot literally getting those openers in the most aggressive spot possible and just disengaging, like just going, okay, now we have an advantage. I don't need to be a hero. I don't need to be running in and taking all of these fights. I can do that when there's an opportunity to trade. Now, the funny thing is, in this circumstance, there was no opportunity for trade because he didn't die. He just kept going, even, I think, got the defuse at the end. So it was a fantastic round from Woot, but it's more just looking at how they play.
How's Ruxic playing? Is on your VFL? Are you going to get a lot of points, man?
that's exactly what they want to be seeing on the coaching side. On the other side of things, okay, it's the same spot that Brooksik got away with in the first half, that close angle not being cleared properly. If you are able to use that spot, you should probably clear that spot.
Of course. And with him being missing towards bathroom as well. We don't have the enemy missing ping. That's a different game, but maybe we could have used it there. 9-9. Double digits will be found here, but who is the first to break that barrier?
Round.
As the timer ticks away.
Yeah, if Heretics win this, they take the clear lead. Flash goes deep over towards long, doesn't see any. Oh, that's mate. What a time to step up this would be.
Doesn't matter because the plan was never to
a gigantic kill.
They wanted to put pressure on, and now they'll move back towards this A site where Woot is waiting. Judge in hand, ult in the back.
Very nice time, Skydog on this. Cleared this, cleared this. Yeah, it's gonna take them a while to rotate here though, so Benji needs to do a lot.
Pressure being spammed. The heals even coming through mid-fight just to try and keep Kolosha standing. This is a risk from Filu. He's going to need lightning fast reactions, but instead he's now posted waiting on the angle.
What is that?
Opts to step away, and that might be the right call, especially now that the plant's in. He doesn't need
Whoa, Jesus.
It's been quiet from Kolosha so far, but that was a wonderful shot. Clearing out the Judge and giving them control.
Yeah, the op posted there as well. Flash is going to send him back, but another player in the corner. Position given away. That could be a big mistake from Glork, but never mind.
Damn, as their money's getting low as well. Big step up rounds, man. That was good from him.
He's got nothing to do but carry this op forward if he's allowed.
He's slightly,
it looks like he will be.
Slightly, I mean, you could have the confidence. Why not?
Victor still hard to claim.
Duelist brain, yeah. It was so funny to just see like the other two just showing insane discipline. But the angle, no one wanting to give it up, and then he's just sends it.
I'll be able to buy right back up into this.
Big round from Kolosha.
Yeah, it really was.
A lot of this game has been him getting
2 entries.
Sorted, but getting that opener.
Polvi, hello mate. How we doing, dude? Thank you for the tier 1, man. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Hope you're doing well, man.
Still a long way to go, as you said.
Heading to the above.
Operator actually goes into Woot's hands.
Everyone's money's good again.
Have that tour de force available, so double operator Judge is coming in. Almost makes me a little bit sick in the mouth, but we'll see if it works.
Double Judge op, now that's cool.
Well,
Sky Flash, man. The turn of the Sky Flash kind of wrecked him.
Up close, gets dropped by Benji, but the trades are good. Job done by Kolosha. And now Woot, well, he's in a lot of trouble. Has to use his op show.
Oh, they managed to scut the dude's got his ult now. Throw the bomb across. Get the ult. That's a hard retake. Roxic's gone for a hell of a play as well. No hesitation. Instant pushes through the ult. Oh, Hero went. Oh god, Hero has just...
Hero stepped out of it to try to trade his teammate, and in the end, it's gone badly wrong.
What a shot.
Caught by Filu! Unbelievable shot! And boo!
Oh my god. Dude, Hero needs to say so many apologies for this. What is he doing? What is he doing? He got so carried away. Yeah, he knows it as well. We have the Viper ult up. Tried to trade his teammate with a shorty.
I want to see it. This was a decent recovery from these two, but
what a shot that is.
Quick. Because also you kind of expect him to maybe go a little bit further. You have to almost stop yourself in the flick. And Filu getting popped up as well. Glad to see, because I will say,
last time out.
You look at the stats we've seen in official matches. I have been hearing.
Yeah, this match might have taken a long time, probably like an extra hour than it should have, but it's been really fun.
One of the best. Like,
it's been so scrappy. It's been really fun.
And when it comes to official matches, we've never really seen that level. Like glimpses of him being decent, but never like the guy that was carrying.
Every time I think, nice, now we can't lose this round, something bad happens. That is every round right now, though. I swear.
This role might actually be the one that works for him, because he has been unreal with the operator. He's not the guy going in first all the time. He's not the guy that has to run and take the space, but he's the guy that's being set up to flourish, and he is. And in this game so far, yeah, Kolosha, he's done his role. Sure, you'd like to see a little bit more from him, and I think the exit coming in, you may see that little bit more. I think he's got that additional flair. But if they come out with a stand-in, with a new IGL, with changes to their roster, and beat Heretics in your first game, I don't know. The Angel might even be happy afterwards. I'm not certain of that. That's still risky, but...
As well, the fact that NAVI have had so many problems so far, and Cloric's been able to patch those sails mid-voyage.
Oh, it's nice, man.
Really
It's nice.
The potential of this squad now. Not only do you fall back from B long, but you see that they take that space with the trip being activated. Now, Boo will sit patiently waiting for his opportunity, but Filu lands the shot anyway.
How did Boo lose that? Did the step up in the most important rounds from this guy? Really nice. They have got to save. And when we get to like 20 seconds time, they might heavy hunt. Because there is no money on the board.
And the question Heretics have to ask is, do you go for it? And in fact, that question was already asked, already answered. A save called here 3 in a row. And considering how this started, and even the streak on Lotus where they took it to the lead, this will be a disappointing defeat if this ends in favor.
Did you go for NAVI? Yeah, but I thought Exit was going to play, so...
This is a team that last year could have won an international event. They've looked
I didn't think they would win with a stand-in, straight up. I would have changed it if I knew they had a stand-in.
Of this roster. Starting off stage
Sure, it's worth the attempt though.
Yeah, not only hunting for the kill, but an opportunity to get an additional orb. That's an orb online. From the defensive side.
Shot.
So important. Again, Vilu, he walks into again an off angle that you kind of don't really expect someone to just be sat in, an immediate flick. On the other side of things.
All of you don't know what they're doing, guys.
Okay, 3 goes at it. With the def, they got Skyle. They got Skyle, Brimmel. Can combo those if they want. Velo, back up op.
They've got their first point on the board.
Big miss, man. That's a big miss. Who is this? Close. I'm back. I guess it's a Guardian.
Playing today that they'd play with a stand-in, Cloric, an unknown factor as well. And now we perform at this level, but all questions answered. This system that they built in the off-season.
Roxic buys an Outlaw. And currently there's 4 that he can one-shot. But you would imagine he gets rid of it for the backup gun. Yeah, there we go already. Skydog sees nothing. Rotate goes over towards B. Weak sight right now.
But he can't get out of here. Orbital strike going to be sent in, and Vilu lands the shot. They're willing to throw everything at this round.
Seekers in this round. He's going to Seekers fake over towards B. No, he's just doing it close, and then they sure. I like this.
Trying to give the game away, and it does. The swing in from Rians. He was looking for info. Instead, well, I guess he found it. There's an operator still watching, still waiting. It puts the pressure on to come back. He's had some incredible moments. Some ruined by the IGL on the other side.
That's a hard retake right there. Brim Molly, Viper Molly.
Time ticking here, pressure on for Heretics. They close in the distance, but Filu hits it a second time.
Holy Filu, mate, what a performance, bro. Damn, this was nuts. This was nuts. Navi with a stand-in, take down Heretics. That's so demoralizing for Heretics, man. After a rough kickoff as well.
Sensational play for a squad with a stand-in.